and let's get to working with our problem of the day. It says, solve for n in the equation. Oh, we've got a great equation there. Good night. Whew. Hang on for your ride here. 3 times, in parentheses, 2n minus 3. Then we're going to subtract another parenthesis, 8n minus 6. Whew. Finally, we get it equal to the right-hand side, where it's just pretty straightforward, 3 plus n. So again, we're going to multiply 2n minus 3 by 3. Then we're going to subtract 8n minus 6. And then we're going to hopefully all that equal and solve for 3 plus n. I'm already tired and worn out. Let's check the solution afterwards. All right, let's see what we're going to do. Let's pull this thing together. My goodness, it sounded like a mouthful, didn't it? Let's rewrite it. Those of you at home that haven't had a chance to work on an outline here, I know we've got a couple of answers that have come in on Facebook. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to rewrite it down here so we can work through this. We got 3 times a parenthesis, 2n minus 3. We've got another parenthesis that's waiting for us to get there. I'm going to put capital N's. I don't know. There's something about them. I like them. And equals to 3 plus another big N out there. Okay, so there we go. Gosh, that's a long stretch, isn't it? My goodness. Well, let's see where we're going to go. We're going to distribute. We're going to start with the distributive property, and then we'll look for some like terms, and there are plenty to be had in this problem. So we've got 3 times 2n, which is going to give us 6n. Now kick it along. We're going to have a minus 9 right there. Looking good. Now, for those of you who like to, I tend to put a 1 in there. I know a lot of our students do like that, because otherwise you sometimes forget that you're distributing by a -1 through this parenthesis. So let's do that. And we're going to take that -1 right in there. Or if you're good enough, you can just say, oh, we changed signs. We do. And that's exactly what it's supposed to do. So we're going to have minus 8n, and then that -1 times the -6 is going to give us plus 6. Go to the right. You've got 3 plus n. Hasn't been affected because the parentheses only happen on the left-hand side right now. Let's do some like term combining. Let's do that. Pull in 6n minus 8n. I'm catching -2n, all right, because that's like saying 6n plus a -8n, and you're basically going in the hole a little bit with those. Now we've got a -9 and a +6 to pull together. I'm going to go with the -3 there also. Like terms. And the left side's in good shape. The right side is still waiting for us to do something. Well, let's do something. How about it? Let's move that n right there. Let's subtract n from the right-hand side. If we do it to the right-hand side, we've got to do it what? To the left-hand side. And that's called the good old, in this case, subtraction property of equality. Let's run it through there. And as I see it coming, and hopefully you guys do also, we are going to see goodbye n on the right. Say goodbye, and it's gone. But we've got a 3 left. Don't want to lose that. On the left-hand side, be careful. There's a 1 in front of that pesky minus n there. That's going to give us a -3n. And we subtract 3 going, boy, a lot of 3s there. We love those 3s here at Mathline. Let's add 3 now. Let's get this thing finished up. See if we can't work through this thing. And, oh my goodness, we got -3n. Over here we've got 6, 3 plus 3. Now everybody's going, finally something easy to do, right? And let's divide that -3 into both sides. Division property of equality, by the way. Anytime we do those operators and do it at the same side, it's a property of equality as long as we have equals in between there. When you start putting less thans or greater thans, it goes to inequality. I'm sorry, I digress a little bit. So here we have it, n equaling to -2. I hope that's right. Hope that's right. Now, I saved us a little space up here. We're going to do a quick check on this. We're going to put a -2 in everywhere we see an n. Because I'm kind of running low on space over here. So we're going to go for -2, excuse me, out there, and see what it gives us. Well, over here, this one's really easy. It gives us 1. So I'm going to hope that I get 1 out of these little parentheses things here. Let's just take them step by step. 2 times -2, think with me, that's a -4, and we're going to subtract the 3. So we got a -4 subtracting 3. In my mind, and hopefully in yours too, that's a -7. Triple it. We get -21, and we're almost home free. Let's go to our next parenthesis. By the way, we got a big subtract to worry about. Let's see what happens here. 8 times negative 2, I'm picking up a negative 16. Subtract 6, we're even deeper. How about it? A negative 22. And as we sometimes like to do, put a little parenthesis around that, just because there's one there. And look what happens. We're going to say adding the opposite, adding the inverse, and I'm seeing this gives me 1, that gives me 1. Folks, we have a check. Negative 2 is where we want to be. And again, you can do that mentally. You could have done the whole thing, scribble it down there. I thought that just picking a few bits and pieces there will kind of do a little hybrid of that mental math, but also showing a few important steps. But make sure, because you want to go back to the very beginning when you do a check solution, all right? Always go back to the very beginning, because, you know, we might have made the problem right there when we distribute that negative 1, or we forgot to distribute the 3 all the way through. Those kind of things could happen. So always go back when you check to the original equation. And there you go. Problem of the day, solved and even checked. Not bad going there.